Boom. What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, CEO, MTS Nutrition, Chief Marketing Officer, TigerFitness.com, creator of the Outright Bar, as well as partner in the Ambrosia Collective. Look, guys, I know that things are going absolutely crazy right now, right? You have states shutting down again. You have gyms closing. Excuse me, I'm gonna put my bottle down here. It's really hot out here. It's like 95 degrees, but I'm cramped in my office. And that's part of what I'm getting at. I want to teach you kind of how I deal with some of the stressors from the COVID-19 lockdowns. Now, I don't know which side of the aisle you stand on. If you believe we should be locked down till 2034, if you believe we should open everything up, if you believe everyone should wear a mask or a Darth Vader helmet, I don't know where you stand, but I don't really care because it's America. It's a free country. At least it's a free thought country. I thought it was. And you know what? We have to deal with other people's opinions. Right now, the people we elected into office, whether we like it or not, are putting these orders through. Whether you think they're constitutional or not, that's on you. I have my own opinions, but this Tiger Fitness channel isn't the place for my political opinions. For my political opinions, follow me on Twitter, Marc Lobliner on Twitter. I'll get political on there. However, for this video, this channel is all about working together to build ourselves, to be better people, to adapt, to lead, to be not only thought leaders, but content leaders, physical leaders. We want to lead. Everybody watching this channel, I assume, based on the fact that a lot of y'all have been with me. And I was just looking at this, man. I have almost 400,000 subscribers and my views are low. The reason is I'm old. A lot of these guys started following me in 2011, 2012. And at that time, the only people on YouTube were Hodge Twins, Louis Marco, Scooby, and then it was me. So I was like the fourth guy to really come in and blow up the fitness scene. And a lot of my subscribers, I meet these guys every single day, and gals. Like, hey man, I used to watch you on YouTube. I'm like, why don't you watch me anymore? They're like, man, I've been on YouTube for a long time. I don't watch it. A lot of people just graduate from watching YouTube. It's a younger skew. It's a younger crowd. The old people are on Facebook and Twitter. So that's where a lot of my business, a lot of my followers have gone. I mean, they've just graduated, but I'm still here. I'm going to still put out a video a day, just about, except on weekends. I take weekends off now because I feel that if even one person wants to watch the stuff that I talk, I want you to be able to see that, right? So the reason I'm here is to motivate. Even if I affect two people, I'm not getting paid by YouTube. The videos are monetized, but it all goes straight into Tiger Fitness to help with, of course, our customer service, our content, and pay for this. Because at the end of the day, our margins aren't good enough to be paying for this. So that's where our videos are monetized. And a lot of our videos, if like the training videos, none of them are monetized because we've obviously, the royalties get screwed up because the music's there. So let's look at how we're going to cope with this, right? So the lockdowns are coming. They're coming. A lot of y'all who have kids like myself, your kids aren't going to go to school. Our kids will go to school if the case rate stays under 0.5. Right now, we're at 0.5. So it doesn't look like our kids are going back to school. My daughter might miss. She actually made the varsity soccer team at the defending state champion school in Tennessee. She made varsity, one of two freshmen to make varsity. I know she's going to start because she's a baller. She's probably not going to have a season. If she does, it's going to be abbreviated. So we're going through a lot. And I didn't prepare for this video. I don't have notes. In fact, you see, I don't have my computer in front of me right now. I got my backyard. I'm a lot more blessed than a lot of you, but I will tell you that, and I'm just saying, I'm not saying that at least. I know I'm blessed. Like, I am super blessed. Super blessed. Before the last lockdown, my family and I moved to Tennessee and we lived in an apartment, a 3-bedroom apartment with 5 people. And I'll tell you what, it was extremely difficult because we didn't have enough seating for everybody. So we were on top of each other. Everybody was fighting, everybody was arguing. But I want to tell you how we got through it. I want to tell you you got through it. Number one is I want you to focus on your career. I want you to focus on making sure that you utilize this time to advance. Now, if you end up getting laid off your job, I am going to encourage you. I'm going to implore you to not rely on the government. Now, I'm not telling you not to take the unemployment. I'm not telling you not to take it as you need it, but I implore you no matter what to get work. Whether that means getting a job at Walmart, who I still believe is hiring 5,000 people a day right now. Amazon paying $21.50 an hour for warehouse work. I hear it's really terrible. They take your cell phone at the beginning of the shift, but it's $21 an hour. Aldi, a grocery store, is paying 19 bucks an hour. Kroger is hiring left and right. Publix is hiring left and right. All the discount stores are hiring left and right. There's a lot of people hiring a lot of warehouse jobs, and they're not the most glamorous jobs, but a lot of them are paying well because no one wants to take the job because you guys are getting so much unemployment. I'm gonna employ you to take that job because once you get on the dole, you start getting free money. It messes with you mentally. It does. It makes you lazy. I don't want you getting lazy. I want you to do that grind. What I also want you to do is I want you to work on a side hustle. I don't know what that side hustle is. If you're handy with building stuff, start doing neighborhood jobs. You know what? Maybe it's time to go to a tech school. Did you know in Tennessee, the state of Tennessee, you get 2 free years of community college or tech school? It's covered under the Promise Act, I believe, of 2017, signed forth by our governor, Bill Lee, I believe. So check it out. The Promise Act, at least in Tennessee, you can go to school. So you know what? All the classes are online. Even better. Take online classes. Get trade certified. Get an AA if you don't have an associate's degree, if you're not educated. Go back to school. Find a program that'll cover it. There's a lot of good grants and aids. All the schools are online right now. You don't have to leave your house. Okay? So number one would be career. I want you to either enrich yourself. I want you to get a hustle job. I don't want you to take unemployment if you can avoid it at all costs. Obviously, you have a family that's a little bit different. Okay, there's always variables. There isn't absolute truth to this. And also, I definitely want you to work on a side hustle. Now, with social media and everything, there's a lot you can do. You know, you can become known on TikTok until we cancel it because it's owned by the Chinese and they're stealing all our data. Never mind TikTok. You could do YouTube. Everybody's like, how do I start a YouTube channel? Post something. All you need is an iPhone and a modem. And not even a modem. You can use data. So start something. Start a side hustle. Number two, I want you to focus more on exercise. And I want you to really, really, really hone in on that. But Mark, gyms are closed. My gym was closed too. Well, I was able to go to a gym, but I didn't. I wanted to be solidarity with y'all. For 4 to 6 weeks, all I did was train with bands. And while my results weren't as good as I'm getting now going beyond failure weights, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to tell you bands are better than weights. But guess what? It was a damn good mental break. And it was a damn good way to keep resistance training without missing it. And the beautiful thing is I did it right outside. So outside of our apartment, we had this man-made lake over by Nissan headquarters in Franklin, Tennessee. And I used to go there and all I had was a railing and there was this nice waterfall. I went out there and I did my workout, shirt off. I had the best tan of my life and I trained there with my wife and it was amazing. So I want you to focus on doing not only exercise, okay? And if your gym's open, if you have weight equipment in your garage, do that. I also want you to go outside. I want you to get sunlight. Sunlight is full of vitamin D. It'll keep you positive. It'll also keep you healthy. And also remember, UV rays help keep you healthy. They're natural disinfectants. Of course, don't get burnt. Don't look like a lobster. Don't get skin cancer. You know what I'm saying? I think even the government, they recommend 15 minutes of unprotected sunlight a day with as little clothes on as possible. Do that. Focus on exercise. Diet. A lot of times, it is hot as shit out here, guys. A lot of times when I'm coaching somebody or I'm giving somebody advice, but Mark, I would eat great. I have no time to cook. Bro, if we're on lockdown, you got all the time in the world. Cook. All right, batch cook. I bought something, it cost a lot of money. You get one for $600. I got the super duper model. I got like a $1,200, $1,300 Traeger grill. 350 degrees, you heat it up, get the smoke going, throw that chicken on there, as much chicken as you can fit on there. 40 minutes later, it comes out, tastes like you got it from Jim and Nick's Barbecue down in Franklin, Tennessee. The most brilliant chicken. 10 minutes each side on high, the most gorgeous flank steak, juicy, just perfect pinkness. So prep food, prep a lot of meat, okay? Rice, potatoes, you can do that all, right? Takes no time. Prep enough food for the week, follow a diet plan. If you have extra money, maybe it's a good time to hire a coach. I offer my coaching services at marklobliner.com. I also have a free book at dropfactorbook.com. That's dropfactorbook.com. Do that, okay? Make sure you get your nutrition in check. So we got career, we got exercise, and we got nutrition, okay? I'm gonna ask you to, if you can afford, I'm gonna ask you to invest in health supplements, okay? Why? Well, they help. If you look at some of the studies with hydroxychloroquine and everything for the novel virus, right? They not only use hydroxychloroquine, they use zinc, they use vitamin C, and one correlation, 85% of all emergency room places that of patients with the novel virus. You know, they actually were vitamin D deficient. Now, whether that played a role or anything, whatever, vitamin D is vitally important. So alongside the sunlight you're getting every day, it's the summer, okay? Alongside that sunlight, I want you to take 5,000 IUs of vitamin D3 a day. We have MTS Nutrition Vega D3. That's the one I take. Get any vitamin D if you don't want to order from me, if you don't like me, if you think I'm full of crap, whatever. Okay, vitamin C, take an extra 500 to 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C. I have a multivitamin pack called Immortal. Take that. Ambrosia nectar, organ and health support, take that. Machine greens, because I honestly can't fit more food in my stomach, so I don't eat enough greens. So I'll take 1 to 2 scoops of machine greens a day. So I'm going to definitely recommend you do that. Now, this is the most important one, and this is the one that should take precedent over every other thing I've talked about, and I saved it for last. Now, these are not in order of what's most important, right? This is the most important, though. The other ones you could toss in the air. Obviously, career is really important, but your health is important too, because you die. And if you're not healthy, the most important thing right now is family, right? If you live alone, one of my buyers for someone I work with, you know, she lives in a small apartment in New York, and she's lonely, you know, and I get it. And she's just working all day in the house, claustrophobic. I get it. However, you know, I think family is more important than anything. The one thing I learned from this lockdown, I traveled too much, man. I used to travel 300 plus days a year, and being able to sit down and as much as I wanted to just throw them all out the window because they were fighting, because my kids are all alpha. I have a 14-year-old girl, a 12-year-old boy, and another 7-year-old boy. And they're at each other all day long, fighting over the couch, fighting over the TV, fighting over the soccer ball. And then they'd go outside and they'd come in because someone got hit in the face. You know, but man, we had some great times. I taught my kids how to play football. I taught them how to throw and catch a football. I taught them how to throw and catch a baseball. I taught them how to have perfect form on goblet squats. I just, that time we spent together, and also we started homeschooling. You know, in addition, my kids are still going to go to public school, but we actually signed up for something called the Khan Academy, Khan Academy. Khan Academy, I believe it's .edu. Just look up Khan Academy, Khan. And so our kids are doing extra learning. We were reading books together. We were hanging out. My wife and I were talking about something other than work. So focus on family. Focus on family. So look, if you're in LA, the lockdowns are happening, right? Tennessee, like, we're social distancing just because we have so much land here. We have no choice unless you're in Nashville. And they're going to shut down again, I'm sure, too. Whether I agree with them or not is irrelevant. I could yell at the top of my lungs, it's not for this YouTube channel. This YouTube channel is not to make you more stressed. This YouTube channel is to give you ideas on how to cope with things. Now, what I will say, if you're stressed out and if you love the lockdowns, you know how to vote. If you don't like the lockdowns, you know how to vote. November 3rd, go vote. That's all we could do, all right? But I appreciate you guys watching. And about the resistance bands, if you want resistance bands, we do have them at Tiger Fitness. The ones I used to promote on here, which I still think are phenomenal Undersun bands, and the other ones I promoted that were in and out of stock, they're pretty expensive. They're like $89 to $139, $149 for a set of 5. I made my own mini bands at tigerfitness.com. And I'm going to link them down below, and they are $49.99. So they're way less expensive, and it's a very good value, and they're really high quality. They come with a bag and everything. But and as far as everything, you know, I own tigerfitness.com and MTS Nutrition and the Outright Bar. So as far as your supplement needs, that's that. As far as career, I wish I had a resource for that. I used to, but I don't anymore. As for career, what I would do is just look around. There's plenty of places hiring. Whatever you do, don't stop working and work on that side hustle. All right, guys, I appreciate you guys watching. I'm Marc Lobliner. Be sure to like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, Instagram. It's all at Marc Lobliner. And of course, that's not a game.